Have you ever wondered how many of the things we take for granted as common knowledge are actually steeped in myth and misconception? Welcome to our journey into 20 shocking myths that people still believe in this day and age. Kicking off at number 20, we have the myth of lightning never strikes the same place twice. Well, think again. Lightning not only can, but does strike the same place twice. In fact, the Empire State Building gets hit about 23 times a year. Next up, at number 19, we have the myth that humans use only 10% of their brains. Neuroscience debunks this one easily, showing that we use virtually every part of our brain, and most of the brain is active almost all the time. At number 18, it's the myth that goldfish have a 3-second memory. Contrary to popular belief, goldfish have a memory span of at least 3 months. Number 17 brings us to the myth that sugar makes kids hyperactive. Extensive research shows there is no direct link between sugar and hyperactivity in children. Moving on to number 16, we have the myth that bats are blind. Far from the truth, bats can actually see, and some species even have excellent night vision. Halfway through our countdown at number 10 is the myth that Vikings wore horned helmets. Archaeological evidence shows that Vikings did not, in fact, wear horned helmets. At number 5, we have the myth that Einstein failed math. This couldn't be further from the truth. Albert Einstein was a mathematical prodigy from a young age. Now brace yourself for the most shocking myth at number 1. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Despite its grandeur, astronauts confirm that it is not visible from space with the naked eye. Now, let's revisit the most shocking myths and their debunking. The myth that lightning never strikes the same place twice is debunked by the fact that the Empire State Building gets hit about 23 times a year. The myth that humans use only 10% of their brains is debunked by neuroscience research showing that most of the brain is active almost all the time. And finally, the myth that the Great Wall of China is visible from space is debunked by astronauts who confirm that it is not visible from space with the naked eye. So there we have it. 20 shocking myths that people still believe. It just goes to show that sometimes what we take for granted as common knowledge can be steeped in myth and misconception. Let's continue to question, explore, and learn, because truth indeed is often stranger than fiction.